as with a lot of old Mercedes vehicles, there's a lot of rust on this Sprinter, and this wheel arch is completely shot. So I've got myself a new one, and it looks to be the right part. However, as you can see, that bit goes right in here, so that entire wing is going to have to come off, and then we can weld on the new one. And the good news is I've already decided that from a styling point of view, to make it look a little bit off-roady, I'm going to paint from that line down in really dark grey matte paint. So actually I was going to paint this anyway, so let's get the wing off and get it welded on. Go on, you can get it. Right, I need to start probably remembering where things go. Not only are there lots of fixings, but they've all got a different head on them. Crosshead, posi, flat, Torx, hex head. Why not? But I am going to start losing everything soon, aren't I? Right, now the simple task of replacing a wheel arch has turned into removing the wing first. Okay, a few nuts and bolts, which means you need to remove the light, but to remove the light you need to remove the grille and the bumper. And now I've sheared off a bolt head, so I'm going to have to drill it out. So a 10-minute job has become a probably 3-hour job. It's all good fun. Oh, now it turns. Why? Yada. Quite often when you're trying to drill out a screw or a bolt, it gets so hot it kind of gives way just as you've done it. Not that I do this a lot, obviously. I'm a professional. Ooh. There we go. And it's not broken. Hopefully that gives me access to the wing. Ah, another bolt to undo. I should probably disconnect this, shouldn't I, and stop being lazy. I'm not going mad, am I? Well, it's coming away a bit. Not sure if it's coming out, but it's probably... Someone's repaired it with cardboard in the past. But I think that's enough to get into my wheel arch. All of that work just to replace that silly bit of rust down there. But it is very rusty, so it has to come out. Oh no, even that's connected. Right, that needs to go somewhere safe. Aha! Safe mirror storage. Right, that's off, that's off, that's off. So to be clear, if you're still following this at this point, to replace the bottom of the rusty wheel arch, I've had to take off the wing, the grille, the bonnet, the door, the mirror, and now I've got to remove the plastic step, which means you've got to somehow take out 3 little plugs that are built into it, then the rusted in screws that no doubt lie beneath it, all to change that tiny little bit of rust there. Unbelievable, what a job. I've made the van so much worse today to make it a little bit better. You can stop moaning and get on with it. Yes! It's a thing of beauty. That has never been removed from there, because that is 20 years of gunk, debris, the stuff off people's shoes, but I'm very pleased to have it in my hands. Ooh, come on. Ooh. I think they're salvageable. I can clean them up. However, I urge you to have a little peek down that hole there and try not to laugh. Just a culprit, look. 3 of the rustiest little Torx bit screws. They've been there for 22 years. I might replace them with new ones. It's got it. It's got it. It's not been graceful. We've got it. There we go. More rust. Oh, it's just surface rust. Don't worry, it's gold. It's not gold. Now that is actually a rather good fit. So I've drilled the holes. Now, just got to pop a weld in. However, I'm in a workshop full of proper trained engineers and they've told me this is a structural part, so I might just hand this job over to somebody who knows what they're doing. I'll have a go, don't get me wrong, but yeah, because it's structural, let's leave it to the experts, eh? Expert! Okay, now I've got the bumper off and it looks a bit shonky, let's be honest. It's faded, it's 22 years old. So I've decided to give it a lick of paint, but not any old paint, the paint that you use in the bed of a pickup truck. So it's really thick, textured, matte black paint. First of all, just a little rub down with some wire wool to get rid of all the rubbish it's picked up over the years. This paint is really durable and easy to repair because let's be honest, I've never driven an ambulance before, so chances are I might be coming into contact with a few walls and trees. Right, now I've taken off the worst of the dirt with the wire wool, giving it a good wipe. Now I'm going to use brake cleaner and that should get rid of all the residue and make it a nice clean surface to apply the paint. Right, there we have it. That is prepared and ready for some paint. Now, I've never painted using this paint before. I'm basically making excuses in case it all goes horribly wrong. Instructions basically say, put some of that hardener into here. Simple. Here we go. Now, I've got no idea about the nozzle settings or anything. I think the best way to learn is experience. Oh my goodness! It comes out quick. Oh yes! I've just decided I'm going to use this paint for every project because that's my natural finish. Runs and drips and it looks perfect. That's the off-road look, isn't it? There's no going back now, is there? Now for the crowning glory, the Raptor bumper. I absolutely love this paint. Partly because it looks brilliant, and partly because it hides little blemishes. Oh, my thing fell off. You ever get the feeling that doesn't want to go in there? Going home. Meant to do that. Don't want it in there. Yes! I'm sweating a lot. Ah! What even is it? I don't think it even needs that. Come on. Oh. Yes! In your face bracket. That's on. Yes, yes, yes. Hope it's up the right way now. Right, now the final part of Raptor bodywork is going on, the bumper. Yes, that's on. Right, the bumper brackets are on. That's on. Now hopefully, oh, the bolt holes line up. Stay. That's got it. That is on and Raptor-y. Actually done a good job of that. Good. Now I don't want to blow my own trumpet too much. However, for the first time spraying with Raptor paint, I am chuffed to bits with how this has turned out. And the bonnet just finishes it off. And not only does it look cool, but it's also really robust, so it should stand the test of time. The only problem I've got now is this headlamp looks a little bit rubbish in comparison. So I'm going to tint that using a film, and hopefully that will tie it all in and give it that stealth look. Now I've got this stuff here, and it's self-adhesive, and I've just got to morph it round. Ooh. This is the kind of job where you need more sets of hands. In fact, I'm going to pull the whole thing off. Don't stick to yourself. Thank you. That bit is lovely and smooth. I just need to morph it round these curves. I think I'm going to get myself a little scalpel and cut some little slits and then bend it round, then it doesn't matter if it overlaps a little bit. Just going to apply some heat to get it to morph around with the curves. Without burning it. I'll tell you what, for £5 and about 5 minutes work, that's not a bad transformation, is it? That makes a huge difference. Right, on to the next job. Right, now, top tip from experience, undo the wheel nuts while the jack still has the tyre on the floor. Otherwise, it just all spins around and becomes a bit unwieldy. I learnt that the hard way. Now I'd like to suggest I'm removing this wheel to do some sort of grown-up safety checks on the brakes. But that's not true. What I'm actually doing is putting silly off-road knobbly tyres on it because it's going to look cool. Now that is an off-road front end of a van. And it doesn't look like an ambulance anymore.